Hello, I'm J.T. Waring, member of the Newport Irvine Rotary Club of Southern California. For 6 weeks in early 2005, I toured the region of worst damage resulting from the 2004 tsunami disaster. In that time, and armed with a video camera, I witnessed at firsthand the awesome aid and recovery efforts driven by governments and agencies large and small. I was most touched by the many local, voluntary, people-helping charities very effectively meeting human need before, during, and after the tsunami. Although these are not well-known charities, they move mountains on the most limited financial resources. Of all of these, one stood out the most. It's the Asia Compassion Project in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. Asia Compassion Project provides health care, including dental, for the children in 160-plus private orphanages throughout Myanmar. Moreover, their staff also helps orphanages with food-growing farm self-support projects, building expansion, emotional and spiritual support for the children, and mentoring for orphanage staff. So please, continue now for a close look through our lens at the Myanmar Compassion Project. In Southeast Asia lies the Union of Myanmar, an amalgamation of 8 nationalities, 67 cultural and ethnic subgroups, and most of the major religions including Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam. Sharing its borders with relatively better-known Asian countries of India, China, and Thailand, this nation embraces 50 million people. Myanmar's culture is rich with a myriad of dialects, clothing, food, and traditions, consolidated into one fascinating, independent nation. The hospitality and gentleness of Myanmar's people is apparent and extends to everyone, including visitors. This beautiful, developing country and its gracious people has much to offer to the rest of the world.
The continent of Asia is endowed with a rich diversity of nations, peoples, and cultures. One of those countries is Myanmar. Our organization, the Asia Compassion Project, has had the privilege of serving the beautiful children of that nation for the past 5 years. The scope of our work in the country is to provide comprehensive care for orphaned and abandoned children in orphanages throughout the country. One of those orphanages is called the Galilee Home, and that's located outside the capital city of Yangon.
This is the Galilee Orphanage, one of many homes caring for orphaned and abandoned children in Myanmar. Shown here is Ulian Chi, the director of the orphanage. He is one of many compassionate and caring workers providing safe and nurturing homes for these children. The children sleep under mosquito nets at night to protect them from mosquito-borne diseases such as malaria and dengue fever. Here are Chitou and Minyunt. They are both 13 years old. The children wake up at 5 a.m. because they have a long day ahead of them. Each morning they must put away their sleeping tents because, like many things at the orphanage, this room has many uses. In Myanmar, nothing is ever wasted. The children at the orphanage practice very good personal hygiene, including brushing their teeth and bathing each day. After breakfast, all the children walk together to the school. They study many subjects, including reading, writing, math, and English.
The children are going to the zoo. The children are going to the zoo. The children are going to the zoo. Going to the zoo. To see the animals. To see the animals.
They are going to the monkey house to see the monkey.
After class, the children eat lunch, usually a combination of rice and curry. Then they return home. But the day is far from over. For back at Galilee, many daily chores await each child. They water the crops, feed the chickens, and finally, the pig. After completing their chores, the Galilee kids usually play their favorite game, football, or soccer as Americans call it. After their spirited game, they bathe and prepare for dinner. But before dinner, everyone participates in daily prayer and meditation. Then, at dinner table, all offer their thanks before tucking into their favorite meal, rice. After finishing dinner, the children hear an encouraging devotional message and join in group singing. They worship with sincere and grateful hearts. Although they have all gone through difficult times in their lives, the children can each lie down at night no longer fearing the future, but rather with a hope for better and brighter days ahead.
People often ask me why there are so many orphans in the country and where they come from. Basically, these are children of poverty. They come from the outer remote areas of the nation and basically migrate down to the capital city of Yangon, where they find homes in various orphanages. Unlike Galilee Orphanage, many of these orphanage homes lack sufficient resources to provide the care necessary for the children. As a result, many of these children suffer from malnutrition and a variety of medical illnesses which can be easily treated.
The Myanmarese founder of the Asia Compassion Project, Dr. S.V. Kamchandal, aided by volunteer doctors from other countries, has set up mobile medical clinics to provide on-site care for children in dire need of medical assistance and support. Chief among the nutritional deficiencies is a lack of B-complex vitamins, which results in various diseases among these children. Malnutrition also causes loss of muscle strength and other complications. Although most of these illnesses are easy to treat, certain acute cases require urgent nutritional support and medications. This 7-year-old girl suffers from multiple ailments that include tooth decay, scabies, and malnutrition. She weighs in at a mere 30 pounds and will require sustained treatment for her to have a healthy future. Contagious skin diseases such as scabies, ringworm, and impetigo are rampant amongst these children. Apart from these common skin conditions, other more severe physical problems require corrective surgery, like this 11-year-old with a severely deformed jaw. Other surgery-required conditions are often found, including this child born with a basal tongue, which hinders his ability to speak. Through the efforts of the physicians, dentists, nurses, and surgeons, such children have hope for a normal, healthy life. Doctors and nurses educate these children about basic hygiene, such as the use of medicated soap and other healthy practices. Dental care is also provided. The dentist brings all of the necessary equipment to provide on-site care. Children are given regular dental checkups with careful documentation to maintain a thorough case history. The Asia Compassion Project provides medical care for the orphans despite limited resources. This noble cause can be supported by even the smallest of contributions. Every donation, be it monetary or otherwise, helps rescue children from a life of sickness and poverty.
Well, education is another concern, and truly many of these children would never have the opportunity to attend school. And recognizing that education is one key component to eliminating poverty in a nation, we've made this a priority in the orphanages.
In Myanmar, orphan children are afforded the opportunity to receive an education through donated funding for school fees, private tutoring, uniforms, and mobile libraries. Many of these children have spent the early part of their lives in impoverished conditions, lacking access to basic education. To help them lead a self-sustained life, they are given traditional classroom teaching and vocational training in both group and individual settings. The basic needs of clothing, food, and shelter often overshadow educational needs. However, through the support of donors, the Asia Compassion Project continues to strengthen the psychological and emotional health of these children, including a sound education. Spiritual nurturing is as important to the early development of a person as that of physical, social, and educational growth. Most of the homes served by the Asia Compassion Project are run by Myanmarese Christians. However, they try to help the children, whatever their faith of origin, to embrace virtues of belief in a higher power, selflessness, and moral integrity. These men and women are compelled by compassion and faith. Most of these orphanages were established with minimal initial capital and resources. The vast majority of them receive no assistance from the government and are forced to operate solely on donations. The staff encourages the children by teaching positive life principles through the use of drama, dance, and song. Spiritual nurturing is accomplished through daily devotionals and regular times of prayer and worship. The Asia Compassion Project provides support and partners with more than 160 orphanages as they rescue and nurture these precious children.
Myanmar is truly a nation which captures your heart, not only because of its natural beauty, but also because of the kindness, graciousness, and gentleness of the people. And while it is a developing country, it does have great potential and great possibility. The strength, tenacity, and purity of these children not only inspires, but truly gives us a hope that the future of Myanmar is going to be a bright one. And so it's for that reason that I feel that these children are worthy of all that we can give them and all that we can do on their behalf. As more resources become available, we're committed to increasing the number of children whom we can support. One program that we're very excited about is a partnership program where we bring donors into relationship with specific orphanage homes. And this is something that we hope will grow in the years ahead. In addition, the vocational training program needs to be expanded, and we're hoping to provide scholarships for numerous children through that program. There are many opportunities for involvement. Certainly, your financial support is greatly appreciated. In addition, material support is helpful in the form of vitamins, clothing, books, and many other things. In addition, you might be interested in coming to Myanmar on a short-term service team, and we welcome that. Finally, we covet your prayers, not only for our organization, but especially for these precious children.